Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an exciting project to go over that has some similarities but also some differences from the other stuff I cover on my channel. Yes, this is a meme coin, but the devs are fully doxed, as are the top wallet holders. Pretty cool, right? Definitely unusual. Additionally, it's got a great cool narrative which ties in with the color of the shirt I'm wearing, and it ties in with the color of the chain that this project is on, Base. And if you've watched my channel before, you know I am the most bullish on Base chain memes over any other chain by far, for reasons that I will reiterate in this video. Additionally, this project, it's not brand new. It's been around for a good 2 months, so it's definitely not going anywhere. It's at a great market cap level for aping, and it's also on a great buy on the dip opportunity right now. So without further ado, it's a promotional project. It is called BLUEY, or full name BLUEY on Base. Now we're going to get more into the website, the character, his personality, the narratives, all that stuff in a little bit. But first, let's do some price action. BLUEY is listed on coinmarketcap.com, which it costs thousands of dollars to get listed on, by the way, here. So that's definitely a good thing. It shows the team is committed and investing in the long run. As for where you can buy BLUEY, it is on Uniswap. That is the DEX for base chain coins, which is where this one is on, and also on Ethereum, etc. Now make sure you're on the correct BLUEY on Base. The links will be at the bottom. There might be other projects with similar names like Blue or BLUEY, etc. So make sure you are looking at this one. Now BLUEY is at about a 200K market cap currently. It has been trading for exactly 2 months. As mentioned, it launched on September 1st. It hit an all-time high of about 1.2, 1.3 million a month after launching. And since then, yeah, it's on the 70% dip that every meme coin, big or small, is currently on in the crypto space. That's just the way it is. I look at a chart like this, I think this is a great buy in the dip opportunity. Why? Well, if you buy right here, like, yeah, everyone's talking about the coin then, but it's risky because it could keep going up. Or if the whole meme coin market kind of takes a dive, which it did, then the chart's going to go down, and that's what happened. But if you buy right here, so that they've stuck it around for 2 months. They're not going anywhere. They are here for the long run. And then it's currently pretty much at the low of the full 2 months that it's been around. It looks like it might have touched, I don't know, like 150K or so right here. And currently we're at 210K. So the risk reward ratio is great. It can't really go down too much from current levels. It can only go up. It's just a matter of when it will go up. Will go up like tomorrow, the next day, next week, another month or so. We just don't know. It really just matters on the whole meme coin market, and specifically base chain, when it's going to turn around. More on the base chain factor in a second. What else about BLUEY? 0% buy tax, 0% sell tax, pretty good holder count, 604 holders, pretty good liquidity. So that's about a 50K liquidity. So that's approximately a 4.5 to 1 market cap to liquidity ratio. The average is 10 to 1. So that means there's more liquidity here than normal, which is a good thing. That means you can slip in a slightly larger trade than you would be able to otherwise. Now, as for why I'm the most bullish on base chain memes as opposed to other chains, it's a couple different reasons. But A, there's not an oversaturation of projects on Base. It's not like Solana where there's a million different coins launching every day. Base, it's just the existing ecosystem. Holders on Base, they know how to hold. They buy a meme coin to hold it for a few weeks, a few months, even longer, a couple of years. With the other projects like Brett and Toshi that I've covered, those holders have been holding for 2 years almost. And then most of all, I am bullish on base chain memes because the Toshi factor, I firmly believe Toshi, which is the #1 meme on Base, is going to get listed on Binance and or Robinhood fairly soon, sometime during the fall or early winter over the next couple months. And that is going to raise up every single meme on base chain, big or small, including Blue. Now let's check out the website, learn a little bit more about the project in detail. BLUEY.onbase.lol is the full URL. I kind of like that unusual URL. Links will be at the bottom of the description area as usual. Meet BLUEY. He is the cutest pup on base chain, bringing fun, community, and good vibes to crypto. So there's BLUEY. That's what he looks like. He is just simply a blue dog who likes to dance and hop and skip around and just look happy the way dogs should. And here's a gallery of BLUEY doing sort of, happy-go-lucky things that, cheerful dogs would do, some of which involve the color blue. He's driving a blue Lamborghini. Here he is on the moon looking at the blue-colored earth. Here he is getting excited about some green candles. Here he is actually lighting some green candles, physical candles with a flame. Here he is in a field playing with some other dogs, and he's looking angry, fighting off the bears. What else do we have here? So base chain, I assume everyone knows how to buy meme coins here. The 2 wallets are MetaMask is fully base chain compatible, and then and Coinbase wallet. That is also base chain compatible, as are others. So, should be easy enough to buy this coin. LP is burned. Contract is fully earned out. 0% taxes. As mentioned, total supply 1 billion BLUEY tokens. The ticker symbol is BLUEY, just the name of the project, BLUEY. Again, make sure you're on the right project. Use the link down below with the right contract address because other projects might have similar names. Token distribution, 50% goes to liquidity, 15% goes to marketing, 10% to team, 25% to community incentives. Roadmap is pretty straightforward. Stage 1, that's kind of just setting up the project. They've smashed through most of that. Stage 2, they've already started the meme contest. Designer who has the best art, curate the most unique memes, win a cash prize. Let's see what else they can do. Staking, launch staking. That sounds pretty cool. And they've already started collaborating with smaller projects and influencers. Stage 3, they're going to get listed on some centralized exchanges. They're going to launch the community and DAO. They're going to do some charity and social initiatives. They have allocated 4% of transaction fees for community-driven charity causes. Kind of cool. And then further partnerships. They'll probably check out the BLUEY Twitter page, look at the memes. They have some pretty big influencers covering them on both Twitter and especially YouTube. Rashawn Silva, he has done at least one video on BLUEY right there. Finance Freeman, he has done at least one video on BLUEY, and he has done numerous tweets. He has a pretty big Twitter following, 11,000, 12,000 followers. Christina D. Almeida, she has also covered BLUEY several times. There's one video right there. And then Crypto Empress, she has over 100,000 Twitter followers. She has tweeted numerous times about BLUEY as well. Now let's check out the project socials. Here's the Twitter. Location Australia. I kind of like that. A little bit unusual. You don't have too many Australia-based projects. Now, as mentioned, the team is DOX'd. They have hosted at least one Twitter space and spoken on it. This one right here a couple weeks ago. There's the team account. They spoke on this space, and this guy Conan7, he spoke on the space, and they were joined by two of the influencers I just mentioned covering the project, Finance Freeman and Christina D. Almeida. And the team, they sounded great. It's one thing to just have the team talk on the space. Yeah, that's reassuring enough. That's a good thing. But it's another thing to actually have the team be very knowledgeable about the crypto space, have a detailed plan for their coin, have a detailed roadmap, know everything there is to know about the narrative and the character and the chain they're on, and be able to develop chemistry with their co-hosts, the other two influencers. They knocked it out of the park and, checked every box right there. This is a great space. And for a coin with less than 1 million market cap to have 339 people organically tune in, that is much more so than you would expect for a Twitter space. So it just goes to show it was enjoyable to listen to. What else do we have here? A meme contest. I mentioned 10% of the BLUEY supply is devoted to giveaways, contests, airdrops, etc. Pretty high dollar amounts. $200 to first place, $100 to second place, third place $50. It's an art contest, pretty free-flowing. Just develop any form of art involving the BLUEY character. It could be just an image, it could be a GIF, it could be a video. Then you have to, tag some people in this additionally. And how they determine the winner is what creativity is a huge plus. And if you have a video of you making the art, that is the huge plus as well. This contest is ongoing. It started a couple days ago, and winners will be selected on November 9th. So you have about 5-6 days left. And scrolling further down the BLUEY Twitter page here, you can see Finance Freeman and then Christina D. Almeida have done a ton of coverage of this project. They're just full-on partners of BLUEY, just dozens of tweets each. So, sometimes it takes more than just good memes from the actual project team. You need a couple influencers, not just for, a few posts here and there, a long-term commitment. That's what you need. Now, here's another Twitter space that, again, the dev spoke on right here about a week before the other one. This one was hosted by Finance Freeman. I listened to a little bit. They go into more detail specifically about, the DOX'd wallets and the team members, their backgrounds and everything. Definitely give it a listen. Very educational if you want to learn more. And then what else do we have? Let's look at some of the memes just to get a further look at BLUEY's personality. So here he is trick-or-treating, celebrating Halloween, looking for his friends out there. BLUEY's a cheerful guy. Obviously, he's going to love a holiday like Halloween. Here he is summoning the power of green candles with his aura and his just positive vibes. I like that. Here he is just saying, come say hi, BLUEY, anyone, beginner investors, older investors, experienced investors, everyone is welcome. It's an open community. And that is it for BLUEY on base. This one checks a lot of the boxes. It has the base chain advantage, which I already explained why I am massively bullish on those memes. The chart is on a dip. I preach so many times before, it's about timing with crypto. Find a project with a good fundamentals, which is going to pump at some point, but don't just ape it when the chart's at a high, ape when it's on a dip. dip and just be patient until the project pumps. Additionally, 200K market cap, that is pretty juicy because if you put in just $2,000 and then this project does only a 10x to 2 million, which is very doable in my opinion, your $2,000 turns into 20,000. So the risk reward ratio is very ideal. The team is experienced. I love the fact that they speak on the Twitter Spaces. They have some very high quality influencers in Finance Freeman and Christina D. Almeida already covering them. And the meme, he's just silly. He's funny. His color ties in with the base chain colors. It just works in a simple way. Obviously, you do your own due diligence. It goes well beyond the content of this video. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. I'll be back later in the video. Back up signing out. Catch you later.